Welcome back to the California Gardener, the British Columbia edition, of course. Now that I have a greenhouse, I thought I'd show you some tomatoes plants that are growing here in the greenhouse and what you should do to manage tomatoes in a small space. Now, I planted 5 tomatoes right here and they're growing like crazy. You can plant them in a small space and still get a lot of production. You just have to keep them highly trimmed. So here's what you do. You gotta start early. So you make sure they don't send off too many shoots. You know, these ones are already 18 inches high. And you'll see if you go look down here, you already have these suckers coming off. See, there's the main branch, a leaf stem, and this is a sucker. You gotta just break all these off. You can just pinch them off like that, snap them off, and see that is like a whole new tomato plant. You can actually stick that in the ground and it'll make a new tomato plant, but we don't want to do that, so we'll just throw it on the ground, make more compost. Now go around to all your tomato plants and pick these off. At each intersection there'll be another one. When you get close to the top of the plant, you don't want to do it, but this one right here we will. And then you'll see we're getting close to the top of the plant. There's a nice blossom cluster right here. This one has a leaf stem. I think this is the main stem, but this one looks pretty major. So leave the last one, you know, when you have 2, and just see what happens. If this one continues growing on into the tomato plant, great. But if not, this will be your main tomato stem that will keep on growing. So don't snap the top one off, because this one looks pretty dominant. It might actually turn into the tomato. So keep that in mind. Look, we can do the same thing on this plant. Go look down at the bottom. There's suckers there. Snap that one off. Snap this one off. See that? Get close to the top. Here's another small sucker. But then see how when you get to the top here, we get to the first branch that's making flowers. And it kind of just terminates at this little branch right here, this little one. So I don't really want to break this one off, because this might actually become our main shoot. So just leave that one for now. In a few days you'll be able to actually tell what's going on, if this one's just going to terminate here. Because I don't know what, these are home sliced tomatoes. I don't really know. The card didn't say whether they're determinate or indeterminate. So they actually, you know, they may be determinate. So then they only grow to a certain height and then it'll stop growing and it'll fruit. So that means, you know, this branch could actually terminate here. That's as big as it gets. This one grows, will terminate, and that'll be it. Usually indeterminate plants with the main shoot will just keep growing and growing and growing on and on forever. Here are these ones in the back. I've pruned off the suckers a few days ago. You can see the healed scar there, and this one, you know, is the one I left, this shoot right here, and you actually see, so this is the shoot I left, and the tomatoes actually kept on growing on with this major shoot. So here I can go back a few days later and break this sucker off right here, and this will be our main shoot now. Same thing with this guy at the back. A few days ago I came by, broke off all these suckers, and I left this one because I wasn't sure, but now look, a few days later, that is definitely the main shoot going up there. So I can come along and break off this sucker. It is work. Every few days you just gotta come by and break off the next suckers. I'll do the same on this plant. See the healed scars? And look, actually this one has a very large sucker already, and it might become dominant. So I'm not going to break that one off. I'm just going to leave that one and see what happens. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we're going to keep on showing you some more gardening in the greenhouse. See you later.